Good morning. Hey guys, so it's coffee time with Moxie. Gosh, I didn't sleep so good last night, so I may be a little bit slower today than I am normally, but I wanted to hang out with you guys before I headed to work today. Some fun things are going on, but you guys tell me, how was yesterday? I know a couple of you messaged me and told me that yesterday was definitely good energy, right? So we had some good things going on yesterday. The sun squaring our moon yesterday, and lots and lots of you texted me and told me about Saturn conjunct Pluto. I can give you more information about that, guys. Definitely, if you want to give me a call, you can catch me on Messenger calls or shoot me a message. Let's get your phone number. I can give you a call, kind of let you know what's going on with that. I used the word implosion yesterday, and I got a lot of feedback yesterday about everybody going, oh my gosh, that's exactly how I'm feeling. And guys, this is the thing, that Saturn conjunct Pluto comes direct on January 12th. So we're getting closer and closer and closer to that. So I know you're feeling it. So it's fantastic. This is why I love astrology so much, is there's all this feedback all the time. People are telling me all the time about how it resonates. And that's exactly how I was feeling. And I knew it. And I've known it for so long, right? People will call and talk to me, or my friends will call and talk to me and just be like, oh, I didn't sleep so good last night. And I've always been like, it was a full moon. Which brings me to today, because today is another shift in the moon that we're gonna get to explore. And you guys know me, I'm not gonna go super in depth because I know you all have to get to work and get about with your day. But if you want more information on any of it, remember that you can reach me at magicandmoxie@gmail.com. You can instant message me here, Instagram. What's the others, guys? Come on, Twitter. I'm all over the place, and you can message me on YouTube as well. I'm Magic and Moxie at Practical Astrology, or Magic and Moxie Practical Astrology. Told you guys, it's Friday morning. It's been a long week, and I need so much more of this coffee today. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm getting a little more relaxed at doing this, which brings me to a funny story. I went out with my sister the other day. We went and ran some errands. It was super fun. Hi, Dorothy. And she is super fun to be around. And I asked her, I said, hey, so you're watching the videos, what do you think? And she said she likes it when I share the stories and I make comparisons and analogies, because what you guys don't know is that right there is my superpower. I talk in analogies, I talk in metaphors, so if you're not understanding something, I will try very hard, or I'll reevaluate what I'm saying. So a lot of times it'll be like Uranus, right? I constantly call Uranus our quirky cousin who's all about individuality and you know, changing the system. And so we would have called them hippies, just so you know. Back in the day, right? So anyway, so that's what we're doing today. Well, today is not, we don't have big energy with Uranus, but what we do have today is that the moon is shifting again, or did shift, and is no longer, well, the moon is still in Aries. Let's start there. The moon is still in Aries today. However, it is a first quarter moon. What that means for you is that all of your intention setting that we've been talking about all week, that's done, right? That was your chance. This cycle, that was your chance to set intentions, do your crystal work, get clear. I love that word, get clear. And so that's what you should have been doing up until this point. First quarter moon is upon us, and it is all about action. So now is the time to start doing things. And I mean, we're talking everything. Clear some emails, I don't know, clean out your kitchen cabinets. What was your intention? What was your setting for this cycle? And it's time to do that. You're gonna have ideas floating everywhere, but it is going to be hard work. I'm not gonna lie, like it is time to do work. So if your intentions are going to manifest and you're gonna know or realize them and see them come to fruition, then definitely now is that time. First quarter is when we do that work. You've got to, right? It's action. Action is everything. You can ask for something all day long, but if you're not willing to actually get the vehicle moving, then it's never going to actually get moving. So get that vehicle moving. I love this analogy. We talk all the time about intention setting. It's like being out in your backyard and you're building a, I don't know, what is it, a Model T? You know, those old cars with the cranks on the front? And you're getting it all ready and you're priming the engine and you know that you're going to take a trip, right? First quarter is upon us. So now it's time to go outside and you're going to have to hunch over a little in the mud, all of the stuff around you, but you're going to have to give that old car a good crank because you've got to like get the gears start moving. If you've ever seen one of them, you give it a good turn and you really get in there and it's hard, right? And it's not moving smoothly, but it just starts to creak just a little. So you give it another turn and then it creaks a little more and eventually it starts spinning fast enough that the engine will start. That is what your first quarter is about. So it is time to get in there and start cranking that old Model T, whatever the intention and the idea is that you have got to be in there. Now, you're going to be full of action, but you're still going to be experiencing a little bit of Aries in there. So we talk about this. Aries also will solve problems a little faster than normal. However, the influence, I say he, the influence will still make us feel a little uncertain and insecure. So be aware, right? So tell me again too, guys, I can give you all of the degrees of these. I just don't want to leave anybody out, if that makes sense. So if I give you all of the degrees and angles, how many at what angle everything is, I think that I would lose some of you. So anyway, we're going to keep it kind of practical, just kind of like a intuitive, here's what's going on in the skies today, so that you guys can. Now, I promised you over on Instagram this morning that we were going to talk about Mercury today because Mercury is conjunct with the Sun and Jupiter. Now, you guys know the history, right? Mercury was the messenger. He was super fast, super intelligent, super communicative, and so that's the influence that Mercury has on us. He wasn't actually a god himself, what he was named after, but he was the messenger to the gods, and so he worked really closely with them. So he was also, so the influence of Mercury helps us learn, how we teach, it influences us to teach, to acquire knowledge, and so relaying information back and forth, which is basically like being a messenger, right? Even to our own brain. So, and then today with it being conjunct the Sun, right? Sun is our ego, our sense of self, and that's where the truth of our nature really lies, I think, is in our Sun or our Sun sign, and it basically, it encompasses your identity. So, I don't want to lose anybody. So when these two are in conjunction means that it's working together. So you are going to be like on the ball today. I predict you're going to be on the ball today because that's how I feel whenever Mercury's having any information. And we get that a lot because Mercury has such a quick elliptical, and so it's moving around fast. So it's moving between the signs and in the different planets, in different aspects with the different planets pretty often. And so that's super fun because we see Mercury often. You'll start to notice, if you guys follow me a little bit, you'll notice. If you have questions about any of the words I'm using too, like elliptical or aspects, just message me and I'll clear it up for you. It's really not as hard as it sounds. Also remember that over on Magic and Moxie Practical Astrology and stuff, we'll be posting some videos on how to learn astrology. We're going to just start step by step, and it's just going to be the foundations of astrology. So that's going to be fun to do. We're working on that right now. So we're back. Mercury is conjunct the sun today, and so you're going to be on the ball, but it's also a busy time mentally. And I'm not going to mention specific people in my video today. However, I noticed yesterday that this was starting to play out. So this conjunction didn't pop up first thing this morning. It's been getting closer and closer and closer until they reached conjunction. And so there's a lot of flitting about between different topics, and you're going to have all these ideas, and it's going to be like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh, but what about this idea? Breathe and center, right? So it is super imperative when Mercury is messing with this, especially ideas about your identity or your ego. We want to be really careful with our ego. And so we'll have these ideas that I need to be different or I need to do something else. And we want to be super careful with those at this time, because we'll end up ditching good ideas because we have another idea that maybe will make us more popular or more money or more influential. But we think it will. It'll make us we think we'll get there faster. And what I find is the most advice that I end up giving is that at this time you've got to stay the course. Stay the course. You had great ideas. You've had this influence of Jupiter recently. So you have these ideas and you have this creativity, and I just stick with it. Stay the course. You know what you're doing, guys. You know what you're calling. You know what your purpose is. So it's an excellent time to clear out paperwork and clear out emails and declutter, and you can get so much done in a Sun Mercury energy. But you can also lose focus or start moving towards something that isn't where you should be right now. And I just warn you about that, okay? Now, here's the thing though. Mercury is also conjunct Jupiter today, not just the sun, but the Jupiter. And I think that we talked about this previously, but we had that influence of Mercury that we just talked about, and then you have Jupiter. Jupiter's all about abundance and makes things big and generosity and optimism. And so you're going to see things coming at you really, really fast. Good news, you're probably going to feel super optimistic, which goes with that thing where you're optimistic about how you're feeling about yourself and your goals and what you offer, which is fantastic. You guys are all amazing. Jupiter's going to come in and make you feel like nothing is impossible, and it's not. Nothing's impossible, guys. You're going to feel unstoppable. I love that. It's a fun energy to play with, and you're going to feel super confident. And these ideas are going to come to fruition. You've got the influence of the moon and Jupiter and Mercury and your ego sun today, and you are going to be charming and beautiful, tact, influential on people. And I love when this is such a perfect little combo for, I'm not going to say self-growth, but I'm going to just say for shining, right? For getting out there and developing. So, it's also a good time because Mercury's all about communication, guys, is settling disputes, working with somebody who's struggling, So you may find that people are reaching out to you and they've got their problems. So focus on that. You're the person today, right? And so, and then what is today? Today's the 3rd. Hi, it's January 3rd. Welcome to Friday, Vanessa, Moxie. Listen, so we still have Saturn conjunct Pluto too. So we're going to talk about that again, but just not today. We've been talking about it for the last 2 or 3 days. What I did want to talk about is our direction in life. So if you think about the north node and south node of the moon, right? The north node is basically going to be, in a very practical way for me to put it to you, is that the north node is the direction that you're going to be going in your life. So that's your destiny or your goal or your focal point. And so today Neptune is in trine with your the north node of the moon. And Neptune is all about intuition and healing and inner peace, or your inner self. And it actually helps us step away from ego. So that's good. We were talking about that ego and focus. So Neptune's going to help us today do that, especially where our goal is. So when Neptune's in trine with that north node, which is that direction or destiny, life path. South node being our past, our childhood wounds, our traumas, where we came from, and what we brought over with us. So today you're gonna have this opportunity while Neptune is trying that to probably bring up some spirituality and feelings about your future and feelings about your goals. But what I find too is that Neptune is all about that intuition. So you're going to be super intuitive today. And for the next little while, right? Because this isn't like walking, those fans in, I don't know, like Walmart, Target, where you're walking through and it blows down on you as you're walking in the front door. It's not like walking through that and you feel it for a minute and then you step out of it at all. This is going to linger depending on your natal chart. So sometimes your natal chart will, in your natal chart, if you have strong Neptune aspects, then these little aspects, these transits, which is what we talk about each day, is just transits when the planets are moving. These transits will affect you a little higher than somebody who doesn't have a strong Neptune influence. So today, if you want your natal chart done, reach out to me. You guys know how to do this already. I don't need to tell you. You know how to find me. And so you're going to be digging deep today for answers with Neptune in your corner. If you have a strong Neptune influence in your life, from your natal chart, you're going to be digging probably a little deeper, and it may actually bring up basically your purpose, and you maybe just be feeling that, like wanting to burst out of your chest. And I say find something that unconsciously lets that come out, whether it's dancing in the kitchen, painting a picture, writing some poetry, writing anything. I don't know, take a hike. But this is such a great time that will come out when you combine everything that Mercury is doing right now, and Jupiter and Neptune, and that combination with Self and the North Node today. It's such a beautiful cocktail. So it's one of the better days, I think. And so I'm super looking forward to today. I'm gonna get this coffee in me and go tackle my day. And then I'd love to hear how your day goes. I love all of you. And if you have any questions, hit me up. Everybody knows I like to talk. So I will chat your ear off and tell you what you're not understanding or help you figure it out. And again, if you're doing, it's the new year. If you don't know who you are, where you came from, or where your personality is based and where all of this comes from and how to understand yourself, I will do that for you. Hit me up. Natal charts are worth every penny. It's a lot of work for me. I'm gonna say it probably takes me 3 or 4 hours at best to do a thorough one, because we're gonna get all of the degrees and the decanates and everything in there so that you have the clearest picture ever. And anyway, so hit me up, magicandmoxie@gmail.com. It's magic in the letter N, Moxie, @gmail.com. And if you can't get a hold of me there, which you will, like I said before, you guys don't need an explanation. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and I'm here on YouTube on 3 channels. So you can catch me on Baba Lao Psychic Readings, you can catch me on Karma on Deck, and of course you can catch me at Magic and Moxie Practical Astrology, which is my favorite one. Guys, do me a favor, go give me some love so that I want to keep doing these videos. I like doing them anyway, but a little love, a little comment goes a long way. I love you guys. Have a good day.